What's up, guys? Um, I've seen a lot of Madden 13 fantasy drafts on YouTube, and I hate to say it, but they all kind of suck. So I decided to do a fantasy draft of my own. I usually think I draft pretty good teams. Um, so we'll just see how this goes. I'm gonna be the Denver Broncos. And here we go. Alright, so let me see what pick I got. Turns out I have the ninth pick. It's a pretty good pick. Get a real good player out of that. So, I always like to pause my pick. If you guys haven't been doing that, then I don't know what to tell you. But, alright, we have pretty good players. I almost never take a quarterback in the first round. I know a lot of guys do, but you can get a really good quarterback. I never really take a running back on the fact that I don't really need one. I usually tend to take a wide receiver, or I usually tend to take a wide receiver. Darrell Revis is still on here. That's a pretty good pick. Eric Weddle. Alright. I know some of you guys are going to doubt me right now, but you got to stick to the end. Eric Weddle is a great safety. He'll catch a lot of picks. He has great hands, and he'll make the tackle. I mean, the tackle is like a 95. He's a real good safety. You just got to give him a shot. Trust me on this. Second pick is always Von Miller, and I repeat, always. By the end of the preseason, Von Miller should have about 10,000 skill points. You can teach him the swim move, and then after that, he's virtually unstoppable. You can't stop the guy. So after two straight defensive picks, you got to go offense, and I like to take RG3. He can make all the throws. His accuracy rating is about 80, 85 plus in all of them. And plus, as everybody knows, he can scramble too. So then, he needs somebody to throw to right now. And I like to take Greg Jennings with this pick. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good receiver. You can always make the case for Demaryius Thomas. But just out of respect, I'm going to take Greg Jennings. He's a pretty solid receiver. He'll catch everything. He's got a real good catch in traffic. And, now we go back to the defensive side of things. And you need a corner. You need somebody who can stop their number one guy. And I love Patrick Peterson. He's a guy that can do it all. He can return kicks if you want him for that. And, of course, he can always play the coverage. He's speedy. So Patrick Peterson is always my pick. Considering I'm the Denver Broncos, I like to run a 3-4 defense, so I like to have two blitzing linebackers. So only because I like to have two blitzing linebackers, I'm going to take Nick Barnett on account that, well, first of all, his tackling is a 90, but his power moves is about an 80, and his block shedding is about a 91. So, he's pretty solid as a pass rusher, and, I don't really utilize the defensive ends as much. It's usually my outside linebackers that are my pass rush. So, it just depends on your play style. But I usually run a 3-4 defense, or in this case, I'm running the Denver Broncos, which that's what they run. Okay, I need to take a running back right now. I've taken Ben Jarvis Gonzalez, and I haven't really been happy with, the things that he's produced for me. He's pretty good, but I just don't feel it. D'Angelo Williams, he's undersized in my personal opinion, but this guy can break some tackles. He'll truck some people for you, and he's got that great speed. So I pick D'Angelo Williams with that pick. We need O-linemen. So I like Nate Soldier. He's young. He's 85 overall. He's a great guy. I'm New England Patriots, so he's got to be disciplined. So, Nate Soldier. Now we head back to the defensive side of things. We haven't picked up a middle linebacker yet, and everybody needs one of those. So I'll be taking a middle linebacker with this pick. I don't like Jonathan Vilma that much. I don't feel safe with him. And I like Rolando McClain. I think he's on the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. 95 tackling. He's not very aware, but, that's fine. If you use to control him, he's pretty good. He can get to the quarterback. 93 block shedding. 83 power moves. I'm gonna take Ronald McLean as my middle linebacker. Of course, I'm gonna need two middle linebackers if I'm running a 3-4, because I'm gonna have two linebackers on the field most of the time. And I'll take Brandon Spikes with that pick, but that can wait. Patrick Chung, he's a monster at safety. A monster. He can lay the good hits. He's got pretty decent hands, catches all the picks. And he's just a smart safety, another New England Patriot. If you can't tell by now, I'm a Patriots fan, but, you know. So we need another wide receiver. Randall Cobb, he's been doing big things, but I don't like that 76 rating he's got on him. I guess I get discouraged. Pierre Garcon, he's a great guy. He's a sure catch every time. He'll catch everything. And, of course, you know, RG3. It's good to have a little Redskin chemistry. So with that, we need another lineman. And I really like John Asamoah. I don't know what it is about him. I've drafted him in previous drafts, and I really like him. You know, his run block is at 83, pass block is at 89. He's not bad. He's pretty decent, and he's only 24, so he's real young. You can train him, get him real good. Maybe one day be the best guard in the league. I don't know. So now we've gone two offenses. We need to go another defensive pick. I don't want to wait too long, and I already did. So I already lost Brandon Spikes, but that's okay because we got Donald Butler. Donald Butler's a great linebacker. He can definitely make all the plays. He's a good guy to take. And of course we need a defensive lineman. Now you don't really need defensive tackles on account that I'm running a 3-4 defense. However, it is good to have, you need defensive ends that will play the defensive tackle spot. I'd take Rob Ninkovich. If you either control him, he can pretty much knock down almost any lineman in the game, plus another Patriot, so you know how that is. Well, back to this. I don't really draft tight ends that often because you can get pretty good tight ends a lot later in the draft, actually. I really like Jeff Ota. He's a good lineman. But he doesn't have pass block, so I'm not going to take him. I keep scrolling down. I see Andre Smith, 90 pass block. He's only 25, 85 run block. So I'm going to take Andre Smith. Pretty decent lineman, nice age. I like to draft young in case I decide to take this organization into the next 2 or 3 years and all that. So now we're back. Oh, no. We stay back on the offensive side of the ball. And a left guard, let me see, PJ Lang. Don't doubt me, this guy's good. He had, I think at one point he had 6 pancakes in 6 games. He's real good. He'll make the blocks. I don't think he let up any sacks in the entire season for me. He's a guy, he'll make those blocks for you. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick up a right end now. Elvis Dumerville. Right now he's a 90, but I understand that on some teams, he's really not that great. So, I'm going to take him. But I do like Robert Quinn. Michael Johnson's always good. But I'm going to take Elvis Dumerville. But on some games, for some reason, sometimes when I draft, he's got a really low rating. It really sucks. So, oh, hold up. I didn't pause my draft. I'm going to take another running back. You know, I need a guy for when my boy gets tired. I'm going to take Doug Martin. He's been doing big things over there in Tampa Bay. I'm taking Doug. We do need a center. So I'm going to be taking a center next pick. And I am about to reach the 10-minute limit, so I may be uploading another video, a second part to this. I don't know. Depends. So I need a center. I'm gonna take one right now. I waited way too long on these centers, but we're alright. I like this guy right here. Let me see. Real good pass block, real good run block. I'm gonna take him. And basically right now, all you really need is a tight end, another corner, and you know, if you like to draft your tickets and your punters and all that, that'd be good. But really, that's about it. Alright, so you know.